Yes, Jesus says in verse 2 and 3, the Pharisees are the teachers of Moses. By the way, the chair as in authority, I don't believe there was an actual chair of Moses, but I think it's just a figurative way of speaking about the authority of Moses. So, and Jesus says, listen to them, do what they tell you. Don't do what they do because they're hypocrites, but do what they tell you. Now, what are they telling the people? Well, they're telling the law of Moses. That is true. If you go on to this chapter, this is the famous woes. So sort of shame on you, teachers. So then he shames them. But then towards the end here is something interesting. He says in verse 34, that is why, because these people are shameful, they're hypocrites, this is why I will send you prophets, wise men, scholars, or rabbis, teachers. So this is interesting. Jesus says, yes, listen to them, but then they're such hypocrites and shameful hypocrites that I myself will send you teachers. If we're honest with the text and with the sayings of Jesus, Jesus did not just come to repeat Moses. His teachings are different, very different. Sometimes he overturns the food laws, for example. So he's obviously not in line completely with Moses. It doesn't mean he throws away the law of Moses altogether, by the way. He does ask the young rich man, for example, well, have you obeyed the commandments? So those commandments are still viable for the Christian church today. But the question has to do with the whole law of Moses. Is Jesus just repeating Moses? We don't believe he is, as most of Christianity believes. So then if Jesus says, I will send my own rabbis, my own teachers, well, they won't sound like Moses.